All right, we'll give everyone a minute to get in here. Hey, what's going on, Michael? What's up, Giants fan? Galaxy, let me move my mic a little bit closer to me. Let's put it right there. What's up, Hayden? What's up, Andy? Rose, Joel? What's going on, Dogman? Random guitar stuff. Jack, you're doing homework? That stinks. What's up, Chris? Embers? Wade, Joseph? Yeah, boy. Robinson, what's going on? What's up, Robbie? What's up, Jay Foles? I do like dogs. Thanks, Kyle. Hi, Cooper. What's up, Daly? What's up, Carter? Steve, Paul, CJ. What's going on, Kevin? Turn two, what's up? Dinner tonight with some chicken. Yeah, Big Dom, I have kids. I can't come on here until my son stops running downstairs looking for his Elmo. So, what's up, AJ? Sure thing, Cooper. My wife is putting my daughter to sleep. Our kids go to bed late. I can still hear my son with his tickle me Elmo. I can hear the thing yapping upstairs. What's up, Maddox? What's up, Glenn? All right, so my plan tonight is to hang out for a little bit. What is Antonelli Jr.'s name? Same as mine, Matthew. Yeah, our kids go to bed late. They sleep late and they go to bed late. Well, it's late for kids. My kids are 5 and 2, so that's late for little kids. Hey, Teddy, helping. Thank you so much for the super chat. Please do some cards tonight. So I'm actually, you guys can't see it, but right here I'm keeping my eye on a card. I just bought a card actually. It's an interesting one. I'll display it. I'm gonna start displaying more of my cards. I've just been waiting for a lot of them to get in. A lot of them took like a couple weeks to get here, so I might play Red Dead after this. Yeah, I think we could possibly do that. I think we could. I'm gonna turn this down. My face is bright white from over here. Elmo can't hit a curveball. Most distressing? I think I named all of them in that video. What's up, Jared? Who do you think is most likely the young guy to make to the Hall of Fame? Hey, Teddy, thank you so much again for a super chat. Where is my super? Oh my God, hold on one second. Oh my God, go back. Where is my super mega baseball? I actually saw that today on PlayStation. Um, I'm struggling to play MLB The Show right now, so I don't know if I have time for another game. The most likely young player. How young are we talking? Because I think Bellinger, he's really young, and I think he's going to have a great chance at the Hall of Fame. And hey, Garrett Zimmerman, thanks so much for the super chat. And Dogman, whoa, we got a lot of super chats coming here. Hold on one second, guys. What to do if you're not scoring the ball up? That's a good question. So I think it depends. If it's like just happened for like a couple days, don't go crazy. Just keep trying to get a good pitch to hit, go through your normal process. If it's longer than that, all of a sudden you go like, 5, 6 games, then you're probably going to need to look at your mechanics. And it probably has something to do with your bat path. So you either got to figure it out or you got to find somebody that can help you figure it out. Dogman, thanks so much for your super chat. Do you like the smell of Chris? um, the smell of his farts. I can't say I do, but thank you for the question and thank you for the super chat. Laura hasn't threatened to burn my baseball cards yet. No. How's my audio, guys? I'm in the office, obviously, as you can see, and so sometimes I don't know if my audio is as good up here. It might actually be pretty good because the Wi-Fi is really good up here. Hardest pitch to go against? Slider. A good slider stuff, but I hate splitters. I do need an MLB The Show card. I don't know. The minor league system is interesting. I think they're going towards. Is Jack Flaherty a Cy Young winner? Yeah, I think he is. Eventually, I mean, he has the talent to do so. He's got a chance. Um, I'm not a huge fan of sweet tea. No. So here, real quick, the cards that I'm looking at tonight, I don't know if I'm going to buy any of these. Oh, Teddy, thank you so much again for a super chat. Let's see. Hey, every time I do the mechanics I learn on YouTube, I have a really hard time, but when I go back to one's ideal. Um, well, that's a tough question, Teddy. So, like, I don't know what mechanics you're trying to find on YouTube. I mean, there's like a million people out there. So, like, first, if you're learning to do things a different way by YouTube, then you need to make sure you're doing them right. And if you are doing them right and they actually are going to help you, then you need to just give it time. Usually, you have to be careful. There's a lot, like, anyone can put their stuff on YouTube. So, like, you know, just because it's on YouTube doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's right for you either. So it's a little bit tricky. I don't know the best way to answer this question because I don't know what type of mechanics you're trying to use. I've never seen you throw, but I would just say make sure that it's right, that it's, and then, you know, again, it might just not work for you. That's okay. If you're pitching great the way you do it, then do it your way. If you're struggling, then yeah, go look for a new way to do it or a different way to make an adjustment. Chris Cahill, thanks so much for the super chat. Seriously, no high five spinning or showering. Yeah, it's going to be tough to. It's definitely going to take, I feel like, some of the emotion out of the game. I think this is just, if we want baseball, this is the way it's going to be. So it's going to take a little while to get used to, for sure. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to like it at the beginning. I'm sure we'll get used to it. But if it's between that or no baseball, I mean, I would personally choose that because I want to watch some baseball. I know people. I know there's going to be lots of people that are going to watch the first game. If this happens, they're going to watch the first game. They're going to go, "This is," they're going to go on Twitter. "This is ridiculous. This is so stupid. Like, what are we doing here?" I know that's going to happen. But again, it's either that or it's no baseball. So I'd rather watch some baseball. Landon Souza, thank you so much for the super chat. Pick one. Pick only one Hall of Fame. Oh, pick only one. I got you. Hall of Fame, 3 World Series rings, or 2 perfect games. Well, so the 2 perfect games is out. I could care less about that. I'd rather win a World Series or go to the Hall of Fame. Man, 3 World Series rings, that's pretty good. Or the Hall of Fame with no rings? It depends, because 3 World Series rings, but if I'm going to be the worst player in the team and I've never played, I just sit in the bench, I'd rather go to the Hall of Fame. Like, I know the 3 World Series rings are cool, but I want to be a part of the rings. So if I'm a part of the rings, if you say that I'm a good player, I'm just not a Hall of Fame player, I'll take the rings. Oh my God, guys, we have so many super chats. I can't keep up with them. Hold on, I was like, can I have Mod donated $65 over to? Yeah, sure thing. Let me see how I do that. Hold on. There you go. You're a moderator now. Christopher Edgmond. Thank you so much for super chat. What happens after a manager protests a game? I'm not sure. I've never been a manager to protest a game. So I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, my Soto card's in the back. That's right. There's gonna be a lot more going up there soon. So I don't know what happens afterwards. I know that the manager protests the game, and then I wish I could answer this question. I've never been a part of it. I've seen a game protest, but I've never tried to figure out what happens afterwards. I just wait to see what happens. Nothing ever happens that of the games I've seen, so I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I could answer that question. Dogman, thank you so much for the super chat. Favorite prospect from the Orioles? I don't know their system enough. Who is their number 1 prospect right now? I don't even know. I don't know much about the Orioles. Let's see. Let's see real quick. Baltimore Orioles top prospects. Let's see real quick for you. Oh, hold on, guys. I got a card that's about to go. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this Ozzie Albies rookie card, potentially. Let me see real quick here. We got a couple of them right here. So Ozzie Albies. Hold on one sec, everyone, on the questions, because I'm going to. How savage was your trash talk during games? Evan Sather? Thank you so much for your super chat. I didn't trash talk at all, Evan. Not at all. I just played the game. All right, everyone, hold on one second. So we got to do some business right here. So I'm looking at these 2 cards. What do we have? We have two different Aussie Albies rookie cards. How much did I say I was going to go for? I said I would do... this will be interesting, guys. Oh, Mario Silva, thank you so much for the super chat. Ever gotten a line drive to the body or face while playing the field? I haven't. I've never got hit in the cup, thankfully. Never got hit in the face when I was older. When I was younger, I got a bad ball, not a line drive, but a bad hop off the face. But as an older player, I never did. Luckily, thankfully. All right, everyone, hold on one second. So we got these two Aussie Albies cards. Oh, man. What are we going to do right here? I know, that's what I'm thinking, huh? Let's see. The tough part is figuring out how much you want to bid. So let's see. Ooh, there's only 2 minutes left. There's 2 minutes left. I know, but on the recently sold, I do that for all my cards, but it's really tough on this Albies card because one went for $107 and then the next one went for $66. So it's like, I don't know where to go. Hold on one second, everyone. We got 1 minute till I answer your questions. I guess I can answer a couple while we wait. I never thought about playing overseas because I was too injured. I'm looking at a Devers card too. I am. Yeah, so I never went overseas because I was injured at the end of my career, and so I just didn't end up going. 367. Who's Mia? That's my daughter. Yeah, Galarraga. So I faced Galarraga a lot. Actually, I think I hit a home run off of Galarraga in the minor leagues. But that stunk for his. That was terrible because it should have been a perfect game. But I guess that's baseball for you. Dominic Norton, thank you so much for the super chat. Hitters feel bad for breaking a perfect game? No, hell no. I don't feel bad at all. I feel awesome. I don't want to get perfect. I don't want to get a perfect game against me. I'll always be known as the guy that went 0 for 4 or 0 for 3 during a perfect game. I've never played through a blizzard. No, my freshman year of my junior year of college, I played in a snow game, but never played in the blizzard. I've been snowed out a couple times in the minor leagues, but drug testing wasn't super strict when I played. I mean, it wasn't not like it depends what you think of strict. I mean, I get tested once or twice a year, so I don't know if that's super strict, but all right, guys, I'm going to go for this Albies card right here. We got 1 minute, and I'm going to try to get it. I'm going to go for it. I kind of like this card. We'll see if we can get it. Let's see. 55 seconds, everybody. 55 seconds. I'm so nervous. So nervous. Oh, boy. Let's see. Hold on, did I get it? I don't know if I got it. Hey, I got it. All right. Little Aussie Albies. I'll take that. I like Aussie. Not bad. They also got a little Rafael Devers here. See how much Devers goes for. Oh, we got a couple super chats, guys. I'll get to those in 1 second. Hold on. All right, so that's it for a while. I'm trying to get a Gavin Lux card tonight too. I like Gavin Lux a lot. So let's get back to some of these questions. We have a lot of super chats. Let me get through those really quick, guys. So let's see. Justin Coin? Is that how you say that? You think injuries are just unlucky? No stopping. So it depends what injuries you're talking about. Like I have like chronic wrist issues. I broke my hand and had chronic wrist issues, so there's nothing I could do about that. I don't know why I had that. I have an arthritic wrist. I don't know why. That I just play a lot of. I mean, everyone plays a lot of baseball, so I don't know why I got it. So those injuries are, there's nothing you can do about those. Now there are some injuries, some soft tissue stuff, muscle pulls, and you can do something about those. But sometimes, I mean, I pulled a hamstring, and I did everything I could. I stretched it. I mean, all I did was drink water. I ate not super healthy, but I wasn't like drinking or anything like that. And I pulled a hamstring once in my career. I knew it was going to go because I played like 45 days in a row. But so I think for the most part, injuries are there's not a ton you can do about them, but there are here and there injuries that you could, um, you could hopefully usually the muscle tears, but again, not always. Like guys tear obliques, like sometimes you just swing and it goes. Michael Hernandez, thank you so much for the super chat. If you were currently in the league, would you feel comfortable coming back this year? Well, that's a great question. So I think I personally would be okay, but I don't think Laura would be. Laura already said when I did the other video on Blake Snell, um, I was talking to her about it, and she was like, "I would never let you go back and play." Now, I don't know. I guess I'd be like, Laura, I'm making $4 million this year. Like, I have to go back and play. Um, so I don't know. Hell, even if I was like, Laura, I'm making $500,000 this year, like I kind of have to go back and play. It's a really tough question, though. I would assume they're going to do everything they can. Major League Baseball is going to do everything they can to ensure the health and safety of their players and everyone around the game. I'm assuming. So, what college did you go to, and is it different? So I went to Wake Forest. Thank you so much, Adriel Lopez. Thank you so much for the super chat. I went to Wake Forest, and when you say is it different, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Is it different? Is it different from high school, from college? Um, I mean, for high school or pro ball, I'm not really sure, but I mean, it's definitely different than high school. Better competition. Pro ball, not as good competition, but um, depending on where you go, like if you go to Wake Forest right now, man, the facilities and everything there, amazing. They like blow minor league stuff out of the water. So, all right, let's see. Let's scroll down. I missed a bunch of questions here. Oh, CSU grad 2005. Let me get the super chat real quick, guys. Will Laura kill you for spending all of this money on cards? Haha, on a serious note, what is the latest on the season coming back? So nothing new, I don't think, on the season coming back from the last videos I made about it. So I think right now we're just waiting to see what happens. They're gonna talk and negotiate and hopefully come to some type of agreement. I'm really, really hoping that we get baseball this year. So we'll see what happens. How many books? So I have two bookshelves full of books. I have these books, and then I have a bookshelf over there full of books. I've read every single book on the bookshelf. So I used to really like reading. Now I actually spend a lot more time. So some of these books are really old. Um, so now I spend a lot of time like reading. So I'll watch YouTube videos on stuff. Um, I'll read more blogs and more, listen to more podcasts and stuff now than I used to just read books all the time. How do you know if a college coach is interested in you? They will tell you. Calling is the biggest way. So if a coach calls you, then he likes you. No one's going to spend their time calling you to just say hello. Um, Calling is number one. Texting, you can put it in there. Emails, depends. Some emails just blast emails. People, I get questions all the time. Hey, coach, is this coach really interested in me? And it's like, dear Joseph, we saw you recently, or sometimes I don't even say that. It just says, you've come across my desk as a potential prospect for our school. Like, those are typically probably not much interest. Antonelli baseball is going to return to play when the governor lets us. So right now it looks like in our state, phase 3 will be games and tournaments, and we could potentially practice in phase 2. So we're just waiting to see when those happen. Hello, Japheth. Was I really good in the minors? So I was pretty good in 2006. I was really good in 2007. I was not good in 2008. 2009, I didn't play much. I was injured and all that. 2010, I missed the entire season with an injury. 2011, I was good. 2012, I was not that good. And 2013, I got released. So some good, some not so good. Thank you, Anya. Did I ever have any interest in Miami? Never. Never talked to Miami, ever. Typically, Miami is going to recruit most players from like Florida and from the Miami area. There's so many players for them to be able to recruit there that they don't typically go outside of their area. So, my favorite book to read? I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. Um, I don't know if you guys can see. All of my books are either sports books, mostly baseball. Um, but there is some basketball. Like I have a Phil Jackson book. I have a Bill Belichick book. I've got a couple of those. Um, I have a lot of like general manager books and coaching books, and then I have a lot of financial books. So those are like my two hobbies. Hobbies. Two things I like: baseball and finance. What's up, Peter? What's going on? Would I ever want to manage in pro ball? So I actually got offered a pro ball managing gig like right after I retired, and I did not take it. Um, so, and I've been offered other jobs in pro ball since then. But at this time, I have two small kids and I have a pretty large business, so I don't think I'll be taking it anytime soon. But who knows down the road? What am I investing in right now? Well, my biggest like I have probably 20 stocks altogether, but I have a ton of Apple. Apple's my biggest. I started buying Apple back in 2008, I think, and that is by far. I don't even know what percentage of um, all of my stocks is Apple, but it's a lot. And then Tesla is my second largest holding, and I started buying that down. I bought it at like 195 or something, and then I bought most of it around 200 to 250. Um, so oh, we have some super chats. Sorry about that, guys. I just saw that I missed them. Hold on. Shatteryib, when are you ever gonna play Out of the Park? I do. I actually have last year's version, but I just don't have much time to play. I'm so busy right now. It's really hard for me. I've been playing MLB The Show a little bit, and I've been playing other games also. Here comes Laura. Oh, Laura's been watching me on. She's been secretly watching
I
us
actually just turned it on.
on her phone
Why are you doing this upstairs?
because when I did it downstairs last time, the internet wasn't very good. Can you close that door? For some reason, I like it when the door is closed. Let's see. Justin Coin, do you still have your signing bonus stashed away?
Yeah, Matt, what did that produce?
So I can't say I have all my signing bonus stashed away, but I invested some of my signing bonus. I still have that. I actually bought a house for some of my signing bonus. I don't have that house anymore, but I sold that house and bought a new house. So um, I do, but it's not like I have like my signing bonus in cash underneath my mattress. Sorry, my nose is wicked itchy right now. What did you do, Laura? You came in here, now my nose is itching like crazy. Adriel Lopez, why do you think Brady left? Oh my God, sorry guys. Why do I think Brady left? I think Brady left. Well,
Egomania.
no, don't listen to Laura. I think Brady left because I think it was a little bit mutual. I think the Patriots got to the point where this is just total guess, but I think the Patriots got to the point where they said, okay, Brady's getting old, and he's maybe not playing at the he's maybe not playing at the level that he used to be. He's still playing well, but he's not at the level he used to be. And do we really want to go another year or two with Tom Brady and I don't know, maybe win another Super Bowl, but Maybe not. Or do we want to move on, go with our young quarterback who obviously they love? I'm assuming they love, and he's making no money. He's in his rookie contract, and let's start to kind of rebuild this thing. So, thanks, McDonald. That's my thought on Brady. And Brady, at the same time, I think kind of felt that. And then I also think that um, I think Brady thinks he can win a Super Bowl in Tampa. He's got a great offense. He's got a better offense there than he had here. And so, if you got warmer weather,
I think he wants to prove he can do it without Bill.
Laura thinks he wants to prove that he can do it without Bill, which I don't put that past him either. I mean, I think when you're Tom Brady, maybe he just needed a new challenge. I mean, hell, I can't imagine playing in the same place for 20. How long did he play here for? 20 years? I mean, after a while, it's got to be like, okay, I need something a little fresh. So, all right, let's see here. I missed a lot of questions. We have Matt helmets. Belly or Yelly. I did a video on this a few weeks ago. I picked Yelich for 1 year, although you can't go wrong. I just had to pick one of them. For the long term, I'd go Bellinger because he's a little younger, but they're both great players. I know Lorenzo Cain didn't start till high school. I didn't know about Tim Anderson. Baseball is typically a sport you have to start young because it's a acquired skill, but doesn't mean you. I mean, there are some people that can pick it up later. The hats that pro wears, the ones is the people. Well, I don't know. I don't know what hats people wear, but pro hats are pretty nice. I don't know if they're exactly like the ones that most people wear, but hold on one second. Okay. Separates minor league pitchers from major league pitchers. So it's not velo because guys in the minors throw hard as hell too. Um, I would say it's command, being able to throw the ball more to where you want it, and it's also typically just stuff. Like slider in the minor leagues, guy might not throw for strikes as much, and it might not be as sharp. Guy in the big leagues throws a freaking nasty slider. So it's movement, just overall stuff. It's command. I'd say those are most of the thoughts on Casey Mize. Um, I haven't watched him play. Obviously, I know he's really young. I watched him in college a little bit on TV. Um, Yeah, that Gypsy Queen box, I opened that a while ago. I have it actually on our YouTube channel if you go back. Landon Sousa, thank you so much for the super chat. TB12 training method as an MOB player. Um, I don't know. I don't know enough of it. I know it's all about pliability and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not really sure because I haven't ever watched like Brady workout or anything. So I think it's important to be flexible and mobile as a professional athlete in any sport, but you also got to be strong as hell. Um, so it depends. I guess it depends on what type of, what you're naturally like too. Peter Starzinski, thank you so much. If you were MLB commissioner for 1 day, what would you do and what changes would you make? Oh man. I have no idea. I've never thought of this before. If you ask me certain topics that a commissioner would have to deal with, I can help you and I'll answer those.
Make it a 7 inning game.
Oh, no, that's terrible. Laura would make it a 7-8. Laura would make it a 3 inning game. She's like, all right, guys, 3 inning. You know what? Sudden death. We'll play in the first inning. First team to score wins. You know what? We'll load the bases for you. First team to score wins. If the team at the top of the first scores and wins, it's the bottom half of the first, they don't even get the hit. The game's over. Go home, everybody. That would be Laura's rule. I think baseball is great. I know everyone gets all upset about all the rules and everything. Like, I don't get caught up in all that stuff. I just tell me the rules. Okay, I'll play by the rules. That's the way I always look at it. Like, that's all I care about. Just tell me what the rules are. Both teams are playing by the rules. Okay, great. Now let's play the baseball game. So nothing really bothers me when I watch a Major League Baseball game. What stuff bothers you guys? Do things bother? Let me know what bothers you guys, and then I'll tell you if I agree or don't agree with you. Miles Hortman, thank you so much for the super chat. Fastest runners you ever played with? Jacoby Ellsbury by far is fastest runner I ever played with. he might be the fastest person I've ever seen. Yeah, I love the DH, so. Instant replay, just got to make it quicker. Got to make it faster. Drop third strike? Nah, I mean, I've always played with it, so. 3 batter minimum? Yeah, I wouldn't have put that in. Infield shifts? No, it doesn't bother me. I feel like you can, as long as your fielders are in fair territory, play. If you want to play all 9 guys at shortstop, play all 9 guys at shortstop. We're all playing under the same rules, so I don't care. Angel Hernandez, I don't know. People get mad he makes bad calls. I've seen some bad ones. Soto long term? Yeah, I have. That was my first card I bought. Video idea from Matt. Check out John Boy's video with Yellow and Crazy Bonjo. Yes, a lot of people have sent me that. I'll try to get to that. Oh my god. The questions are going so fast I can't read any of them. I started playing baseball when I was like 5. Playing with the Orioles in spring training. Played in big league spring training with the Orioles was fine. Oh, we have a super chat. CSU grad 2005. Thank you so much. Worst umpire you've ever dealt with. Here's something about me. I couldn't tell you one umpire's name. I mean, Angel Hernandez, I know because people talk about him, and Joe West, but I can't name any umpires' names. I never became friendly with the umpires. My opinion, I always felt like the umpires were bad. So like when I was hitting, one of the things I thought that I had was I thought I had the best eye ever. Like I thought that when I took a pitch, I knew if it was a ball or a strike, and I just thought that I knew more than everyone else. So anytime the umpire, clearly we didn't agree all the time. Anytime they made a call that I didn't agree with, I'd say this guy's an idiot. I don't want to talk to him. And so like I just didn't talk to any umpire. I mean, I said, "Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?" But I was always mad at umpires. So like I never like learned their name. I mean, some of them in the minor leagues, I know their names because you see them all the time. But
That's your dad and you that doesn't like the umpire.
huh?
You said that's your dad
Wow.
who doesn't like the umpire.
Hey, we got 200 people here. Yeah, people. Can you time off speed with a longer leg kick? So you can, yeah. Sometimes it gets a little harder with a bigger leg kick, but you can do it. Plenty of guys in the major leagues do it. So you just got to know how to control your weight as you're moving forward and striding. Adriel Lopez, thank you so much for your super chat. Thoughts on 44 Pro gloves? I've never used one of their gloves. I've seen them. I've seen players use them. They look cool. They look good. I can't really give you my opinion because I've never used it before. So I'm not sure, but they look good. Do chicks dig the long ball? I think everyone digs the long ball. Should Pete Rose go to the Hall of Fame? I think he should because I think was one of the best hitters ever. A guy's got 8 billion hits. So, I don't agree with the gambling part of it, but I think as a player, I think he's good enough to get in the Hall of Fame. I don't have any pets. Nope.
You just make me dizzy trying to watch this.
I know. I'm getting a headache because it's going so fast. This might be the most people we've ever had in here. We got over 200 people in here. Best curveball I ever saw? Best slider I ever saw was probably Ubaldo Jimenez. Best curveball, I faced Clayton Kershaw. He had a good curveball. I'm trying to think of another curveball that stood out. I think probably Jimenez is like slider. Bonds in the Hall of Fame, that's my guy. Yeah, Bonds in the Hall of Fame. Bonds one of the best hitters of all time. You can put slow mode on? Is that possible? Let me look this up. I think you're lying to me. Oh, people are saying you can put slow mode on. How do you put slow mode on? How do you do that, guys? Bye, Wisconsin sports fan. Control S. I'm on my phone, not on my computer. Thank you, Landon Souza, for your super chat. If you were in Dutch's gang, would you overthrow him? Yeah, probably. I could probably run things better than he can. Hey, Carter Gibbs, what's up, Gibbsy? What's going on? Hopefully I'll see you out in the field soon. Ubaldo did know where they were going when he was with the Rockies. He almost won the Cy Young. Now, there are other parts in his career where he didn't. But I've been saying the same thing for 20 minutes. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. I've answered everyone's questions. I don't know what that means. I don't think the Indians are going to sign Lindor, re-sign him, though. Oh, not me. Sorry. I was going to say. I got confused for a second. I was like, I have? Hey, Nathan Bodenheimer. Rosenberger. Thank you so much for your super chat. Tip to help throwing accuracy, like a release point. Throwing accuracy. So some of throwing accuracy has to do with the position your body's getting in, right? I can't see it, so it's hard to know, to tell. But if you you're on YouTube, go to our fielding videos, and we talk about getting into a good position to throw. So you got to get in a good position to throw. You need to have like a repeatable arm action. So depending on your position, again, it's tough to know. But like as an infielder, we talk about having like we call it like a tight V like this because I want to have a tight V so I can get to the same release point and be consistent with my release point. So those will help you. And then it's just throwing a lot, picking a target, aiming small, missing small. I'm excited for the Patriots quarterback situation.
You are.
Yeah. Oh my God, all these slow-mo things. But I don't know how to get to any of that. I'm on my phone right now and there's no buttons to go anywhere. So, yeah, Matt A in the Hall of Fame. Sure. Why not? Hey, Laura, why don't you read me a couple of questions for a minute? Guys, so one thing I'm going to do real quick. Oh, man, we got, how long have we been on here for? 37 minutes. All right.
Who has the best swing in the MLB?
I'm gonna let Laura pick out my questions for me for a minute. Best swing in the MLB?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Mike Trout. I'll go Mike Trout.
All right. What glove did you use when you played?
I used a Rawlings, Heart of the Hide.
What do you think of the 3-batter minimum?
I mean, I'm not really a fan of the 3-batter minimum. The reason I don't feel like I'm a fan is because when I'm playing MLB The Show, and I put in a pitcher to face a guy, and then I try to put someone else in, and I'm like, oh shoot, 3-batter minimum, and it really pisses me off. So, yeah, I don't like the 3-batter minimum. Hold on, I have a super chat right here. Josh Davis, thank you so much for the super chat. If you were asked to manage a team, which level would you like to manage, and with which organization? I'd like to manage in the big leagues. So I would want to manage. What organization probably doesn't matter, and what level. I'd probably want to manage at the highest level possible. The major leagues, because winning is the most important thing. Like if I'm gonna be part of it, I want to play to win. So in the minor leagues, it's more about development. Not that I wouldn't want to do that, but if I could choose between big leagues and minor leagues, I'd choose big leagues.
What separated you and your teammates from high school?
Well, we had a really good team, but I don't know. I was probably pretty athletic. I might have been the most athletic player on the team, probably. So that really helps. Other than that, I mean, I'm not gonna say I worked harder than ever. We had lots of hard workers. We had a great baseball team in high school, so I would just say probably just natural athleticism helped me, and then after that, I don't know. I worked really hard, but again, I'm not saying that the other guys. I'm sure a lot of the guys worked really, really hard.
How do I get ready for a baseball tournament?
How do you get ready for a baseball tournament? Just the same way you should be. You shouldn't have to get ready for a baseball tournament if you're like just, doing your normal practicing and working on your game. Like if you say like, all right, I got to get ready for a baseball tournament, then you're probably not preparing the way that you need to be. So there's no special way. Just whatever position is. Think about the things you got to do in a game, and then practice those things.
Favorite ballpark?
Favorite ballpark in the big leagues? Well, my favorite park that I played in was Dodger Stadium because the crowd was so humongous. It was awesome. The atmosphere was awesome. Will you let me finish? I mean, Fenway Park's probably my favorite because I'm from Boston.
Did you ever face a knuckleball?
I did. I faced knuckleball in the minor leagues, a couple of them. They were pretty good. They weren't like great knuckleballers. I don't know if they ever made it to the big leagues, but oh, Sam McNerney. McNerney. Thank you so much, Sam, for your super chat. As someone that coaches kids and teenagers, what do you think we need to do to make baseball more engaging for new generations? You're awesome, man. Thanks so much, Sam. So I think the biggest thing with baseball is one, I think in practice, you have to keep practice like this is my biggest pet peeve with baseball. I would quit baseball if I had to go to some of the practices that I see run. Like I go watch some practices and it's like 15 guys in a line fielding one ball every 8 minutes. Like I would be like, I'm out. I can't do this. I can't sit here. How can you ever expect a kid to want to do that when they could go play basketball and there's only 5 guys on the court and at least the ball's going to come to them every couple of seconds, hopefully, unless you stink. So I would one, make sure practice is structured right. Small groups, lots of reps. And then two, in the game, let the kids have fun. Like I see so many games too where I coach against the teams all the time. The coach is such a psycho that the kids they don't have fun playing. Like so I want to make it fun for the kids. So in the game especially, let them play the game. Like let them play. Too many coaches think that they're still like they want to be bigger than the game. Like let the kids play. The coach, you used to play, but now you don't play anymore. So stop trying to play as the coach. Let the players play the game and let them have fun. Sorry, it's my biggest pet peeve. I hate playing against coaches that want to be like the show. You're the coach now. Sorry. Casey.
Super chat from Casey.
Super chat. Laura got scared there. Super chat from Casey. All right. Casey, what's going on, buddy? Thanks so much for your super chat. Matt, where's the nicest minor league ballpark? From Toledo, and ours is great. Yeah, I played at Toledo a couple times. Great ballpark. I mashed in Toledo. I hit a bunch of home runs there. I was on fire when I was in Toledo.
I liked
hitting them to left field.
Stadium.
Like what was behind left field? Is there like a street up top or something? I don't know. I was smashing balls up there. Also, why don't pros use Nakona gloves? Is it just a sponsorship deal? I don't know. Rawlings and I think Rawlings and Wilson kind of have the glove market kind of cornered. Like everyone likes those gloves. I think it's tough for Nakona to beat them. They're just Rawlings. In my opinion, Rawlings is like the best glove I've ever put in my hand. So it's tough. It's tough for anyone. Listen, if Nakona came to me and had a glove better than Rawlings, then I'd probably use it. If they came to me with a glove the same as Rawlings, I'm probably sticking with Rawlings. So it's really hard to beat them. RC from the NYC, thank you so much for the super chat. What's up, Matt? What's up, RC? Hey, Laura.
Hi, RC.
Dynamite drop in, Laura. What's up, chat? Hope everyone is doing well. Was there a pitcher you would have loved to face in the majors? Pedro Martinez, by far. I mean, I would have hated to face him because he would have struck me out in 3 pitches, but I would have loved to face him because I could tell my friends that I faced, or not even my friends, I could tell my son and my grandkids that I faced Pedro Martinez. So, why is my neck hurting so bad? I'm getting that stiff neck feeling again. Turn 2. I like that name. Thanks so much for super chat. Is it hard to transition from metal to wood bat? It's definitely a transition. You've got to be a good hitter to hit with wood. So the transition will be harder the worse of a hitter you are. So if you use a metal bat and you're always getting the ball off the end of the bat and off the handle of the bat, it's going to be hard to hit with a wood bat because your mistakes are going to be magnified. Because when you hit off the end, the bat's going to break. When you hit off the hands, the bat's going to break. Or the ball's just going to go nowhere. So it is a hard transition. The better you are, the easier it is typically. So my max weight for bench press right now, like 7 pounds. When I was playing, I never 1 rep max barbell bench press. But like dumbbell bench presses, I don't know. I usually, for most of the teams I played on, I usually stayed in usually it was like the 8 rep range. But then with the Orioles, it was more like 4 reps usually. And dumbbells, I don't know. I typically would go 100 to like 120, somewhere in that range for dumbbells. Me versus Mad Max. So I've only faced Mad Max once. He struck me out on 3 pitches. How long? Right now, I'd never go deep. I'd have to get back in shape. Back in my day playing against him, I could take him deep, but it wouldn't be very often. Best memory playing in the Padres? Probably just my friends that I met there, who I haven't seen any of them in forever because none of them live anywhere close to me. Adrian Gonzalez was a great teammate. Yeah, great guy, great man. Very nice guy. Um, all right, Laura, I got a Rafael Devers card coming up here. Rafael Devers, huh?
What was your least favorite stadium? Oh, you said Dodgers, right?
No, that's my favorite. Least favorite stadium in the big leagues? They're all really nice. Least favorite? So I thought the Washington Nationals playing surface, I didn't like the playing surface at the Nationals Stadium. It was kind of like bouncy. It's kind of weird. Um, not that it was a bad stadium, it was a beautiful stadium. They're all beautiful. You can't really say any. None of them. I never went to one stadium and was like, oh man, this park stinks because you're in the major leagues.
Do you miss Boston?
I still live in Boston, yeah, so I don't miss it. Josh Davis, thank you so much for the super chat. Did you ever get to meet Tony Gwynn? If so, did you have any advice? I did get to meet Tony Gwynn. Yeah, I talked to Tony Gwynn a couple times. His advice to me, actually, he came down to the clubhouse one time and talked to me about hitting. Not as long as I wanted to. I can't remember why we stopped talking. I would have liked to talk more. But he essentially told me that I needed to load more. He was like, you're not loading enough. You got to get loaded more. And I was just like, okay, yeah, that's terrific. I will definitely do that, Mr. Gwynn. Thank you so much. I should have been like, what do you mean? Talk to me more about that. Please help me hit. Please, anything. God, please. But I didn't. So I'm going to let Laura answer some questions or read me the questions again. So just so you guys know, I'm looking at a couple cards here.
No,
I'm,
stop.
I'm looking.
You're being rude. Look at
Laura says stop. Why can't I look at cards, Laura?
because you have 200 people talking to you. You can't ignore them to look at the computer. That's rude.
Oh, I'm not ignoring any. What happened to my?
Is the infield at Fenway a bit rough?
Yeah. I played at Fenway only. I've been on Fenway's Park. I've been on Fenway's field twice in my life. And so the first time was for a Cape Cod League, like a workout with the Red Sox, and the second time was a AAA, some type of game. And the dirt was not the greatest, I will say that. Now, it wasn't a major league game, it was a AAA game, so maybe they weren't doing as good of a job on the field as normal, but it was it wasn't as pristine as some of the other. Like, it wasn't anywhere close to Dodger Stadium or Petco Park. Those were the two best dirts I ever played on. They were unbelievable dirt.
Are there any drills to practice hitting faster pitches?
Drills for faster pitching. So some of it's going to come down to your mechanics and your quickness. How quickly can you get your bat up to speed in the zone? You can practice that with anything, but just challenge yourself. Maybe put a pitching machine on faster than you're normally used to facing. Maybe move closer to it. If you can't get it fast, move closer, shrink the distance. So there's a lot of basically just try to make practice harder than the game would be my suggestion for you.
Bert, thank you for the super chat.
Thanks, Bert, for the super chat.
Laura, struggles with being the wife of an MLB player. I'd say the worst thing was probably just the distance because I didn't live with Matt every season. So just going back and forth, and plus a lot of
Get a little closer, Lars, so they can hear you.
He was on the West Coast and I was on the East Coast, so the time difference is tough too.
Oh, you can't. Oh my God,
You
Lars,
just
she's
told me to come
kicking
closer.
everything.
You just said come closer.
I did say come closer, but I didn't say kick everything so no one can hear you.
How was coaching at Holy Cross?
I love coaching at Holy Cross. The best thing about coaching at Holy Cross is Coach DeCenzo, Coach D, who was the head coach there. Now he's in the minor leagues with the Indians. Coach DeCenzo gave me the freedom to do basically whatever I wanted. He didn't micromanage me. He literally said, here are the hitters, here are the fielders, do what you want. And it was my first year ever coaching. That takes a lot of trust of a coach to do that. Not a lot of coaches would do that. So, and when it came to recruiting too, he was kind of like, go do what you want. So I thought that was great, and I learned a lot. And looking back, I knew nothing about coaching. I had no philosophy. I didn't know anything, but that kind of helped me start to develop it. And it taught me a ton about college coaching, college recruiting. It was awesome.
Kevin Green, thank you for the super chat. Would you ever like to bet against Mariano Rivera?
Well, yeah, he'd strike me out, but I mean, I would love to hit against Mariano Rivera. That would be amazing. How good do you guys think Gavin Lux is going to be? Is Gavin Lux going to be a Hall of Famer? That's what I want to know. Is Gavin Lux going to be a Hall of Famer? He's going to win a World Series because the Dodgers are going to win a World Series in the next couple of years. But is he going to be a Hall of Famer? I know it's a really hard question to ask. So we got a lot of no's. We got a couple of yeses. How old is Gavin Lux? Can anyone ask Siri how old Gavin Lux is real quick, Laura?
I don't.
Just hold this button down and say, how old is Gavin Lux?
How old is Gavin Lux?
Gavin Lux is 22 years old.
So
He's a baby, guys. That means was he up last year at 21? I know it's hard to make the Hall of Fame, but I mean, I like that. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot.
Stop buying cards.
Dan's Dailies, thanks so much. When should I send those cards? That's a good question, Dan. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to get back in the facility. I think, when can the facilities open? Phase 3?
I'm not sure.
I think our facility can open. I think it opens back up in
July.
phase 3, which is like July. So I probably won't be able to get mail until July or so.
Do you have any recommendations on a baseball pitching machine?
We use a Hack Attack from Sports Attack. Get the Hack Attack Junior. It's a really good machine. And I don't get paid to say that. Miles Hortman, thank you so much for the super chat. Did you ever consider any other careers? Nope. I considered a career in hockey and a career in football, but I chose baseball. The only things I know are sports. The only things I knew as a kid is sports. I dedicated my whole life to sports. That's pretty much it. Had no other interests. Just wanted to play sports. That was it. The only interest I have now outside of sports is finance stuff, stock market. Really interests me. What should you add in a recruitment video? Literally on our YouTube page, go to the college recruiting playlist. I break down exactly what you need to do. Josh Davis, thank you so much for the super chat. What's worse, going 0 for 1 after a sack bunt or Blackman's base running? That's a good one. Blackman's pissed me off because I keep wanting to get doubles and he won't let me. But going 0 for 1 on a sacrifice bunt is bogus. So that. Wow, Laura, we're almost doing this for an hour. Favorite KBO team? I don't know. I haven't been following it enough to know my favorite team. I just randomly will turn it on and watch some of the game. But fastest player in the MLB? I think LeCastro was rated as the fastest player last year. Tim LeCastro? Trey Turner's really fast, but I'm pretty sure LeCastro was rated the top. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had the fastest sprint speed on StatCast. Favorite baseball movie? Major League One. The best. Oh, A League of Their Own, fantastic. I love A League of Their Own. 190 bench, good for a 14-year-old? I don't know. I haven't been... I couldn't lift anything when I was 14, so it's better than me. Will Acuna Jr. make the Hall of Fame? I mean, I think he's on... Listen, it's all going to be health. I can't see him all of a sudden forgetting how to play the game because he has so many tools. So, yeah, if he stays healthy, he's going to. Hey, Rude Alva, thank you so much for the super chat. Rafael Devers or Vladimir Guerrero? Who's better? So, Rafael Devers had an amazing year last year. Unbelievable year. He did. So, here's the thing with Vladdy. I think Vladdy has a ton. I think he has a super high upside. I could see Vladdy hitting like 50 home runs. So I think what I would say is, I think obviously Devers is a little bit more consistent at this time. I think Vladdy has the potential to be like ridiculously good. Same with Devers. I don't know though. Devers has already done it. Vladdy hasn't, but how old's Rafael Devers, Laura? What's Devers? A couple years older than Vladdy?
How old is Raphael Devers?
Raphael Devers is 23 years old.
So he's 23. How old's Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
My goodness. How old is Vlad Guerrero Jr.? She's not gonna know that.
You're still holding it down.
I messed that one up.
Yeah, my guess is he's like a couple years older. So, do I think Bichette will make the Hall? You're talking about Bo Bichette? Is he going to make the Hall?
Is it Vladimir?
Vladimir Guerrero, yeah. I think Bo. I mean, if the question was about Bo Bichette,
Vladimir Guerrero. I can do it.
how old is Vladimir Guerrero? How old is Vladimir Guerrero?
No, the button keeps.
Vladimir. Josh Shermer, thank you so much for the super chat. What kind of training, if any, would you recommend for a 9-year-old who wants to pitch? So here's my thing. For a 9-year-old, I wouldn't recommend very much training at all. My suggestion is to become a good thrower. Now, I think getting training is tricky because I've seen so many lessons, pitching lessons and throwing lessons, that they don't even, there's no point even getting a lesson. Like, they're going to show them like a wind-up that you could learn on YouTube and do it on YouTube. Now, not all training is like that. Like, for instance, Juan Rivera, who's our pitching coach, I watch his pitching lessons. They're awesome, but they're unlike the lessons I see a lot of other coaches give. So I would, at 9 years old, I just let the kid play, let him throw, play catch with him a lot. That's the key. Like my son, I feel like has a pretty good arm and pretty good arm action. I haven't told him anything. I haven't showed him anything. Nothing. We just play catch it off a lot. He throws balls all the time. He's been throwing balls for a long, long time.
You just tell him to throw it as hard as he can.
Exactly. I tell him, I say, hey, buddy, freaking throw this thing through that wall right there. And he throws it through the wall. Steve Bassett, thank you so much for the super chat. If money was no object, what card would you buy? I would buy Mickey Mantle. I'd get a Mickey Mantle. I'd get a Mickey Mantle would probably be my first one. Babe Ruth.
I'd buy a Matt Antonelli rookie card.
Well, you'd be an idiot. A lot of Honus Wagners out there, huh? See, I mean, Wagner was a terrific player, but there's something about Mickey Mantle that I really, really liked. I think there's something about Mickey Mantle a lot of people really, really liked. So you could probably find some cards that are worth more than that, but I would love to have a Mickey Mantle card. Jim Delbo. Thank you so much for the super chat. Being from Mass, ever hear of the 3-time Legion State champs from Norwood, 85, 86, 87 World Series? So I don't know if I've heard of those exact years, but I know Norwood typically has pretty good baseball, don't they? So those years that you mentioned, I was born at that time. So I don't, I was so young. Hold on one second, guys. Oh, we got a bunch of super chats, guys. Hold on one sec. Nico Crawford, thank you so much for the super chat. What's your favorite MLB moment ever? My personal favorite moment? I'll give you both because I don't know. So my personal favorite moment ever was getting called up and getting my first hit. Definitely my favorite. My favorite moment that wasn't of myself, I would probably say, is when the Red Sox won. Jeez, Laura.
You told me to come closer.
My God, Laura's feet are on top of me now. Make yourself comfortable.
I need a footrest.
So I would probably say when the Red Sox won their first World Series, well, not their first World Series, but when they beat the Cardinals, when they swept the Cardinals after coming back from a 3-0 deficit to the Yankees in the ALCS, I would say that's probably my favorite moment ever. I think I missed a super chat, Laura. Can you check that real quick?
You did. Daniel.
Daniel.
You can try that one.
Ben Cosme. I don't know. I think that's right. Is that right? What was the question?
Most expensive dinner you had while on the bigs.
Most expensive dinner I had in the bigs. The most expensive dinner I had in the bigs was probably. What do you think, Laura?
Maybe just going to Donovan's after the game in San Diego. Where else do we go?
I'm trying to think real quick, guys.
Unless they did like a catered thing after one of the games.
So we used to eat at this place called Donovan's or Donovan's. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. It was right across the street from Petco. We used to spend a good amount of money there. Nothing like crazy because I'm not like, it's not like I'd go there and drink like 8 bottles of wine or anything, but we used to go and have like a really nice steak. I mean, the steaks there were probably, how much were the steaks there? It's going to be probably like,
Just like your average steakhouse.
for Laura and I mean, what's a meal there going to be for us? Like $300-400?
No, not that much. I don't remember.
Appetizer, wine, steak, probably.
Probably a couple hundred.
Yeah, probably like 3 something. So, but that was it. I didn't like go too crazy. Did I miss any other super chats? Just want to make sure. How old was I when I hit my first home run? I was 12 years old. I remember it vividly.
Oh my god.
What?
It's impressive.
You don't forget your first home run. First home run I ever hit, 12 years old, Little League, hit a fly ball to center field. I remember I was watching, I was like, holy crap, oh my God, this thing could go right here. And I'm running, and that thing went out, and it was the greatest feeling ever. And then after that home run, I hit 19 more that season. I just started bombing balls out of the park. It's like I got that one out of my system, and then it was like, that's it. I can hit a home run. And I just started crushing baseballs, crushing them. Greg Griffith, thank you so much for your super chat. One player to start a franchise with. Who you got? One player to start a franchise with? Bellinger or Acuna? Who am I going to go with? That's a great question. Bellinger. Acuna's really good. So isn't Bellinger. I don't know. Both players are great. I love Chipper Jones' swing. Lara was killing people. How old were you?
Stop saying I kill people.
Yeah, we can't tell everyone that. That's secret. She's in the CIA, so. Hey, Steve Bissett, thank you so much for the super chat. Have you ever been asked to sign a girl's chest? So I haven't personally. Lara's looking at me. She's going like she's reaching for something. I don't know what she's reaching for, but it wasn't up there. It was more like down here around her hip. But anyways,
My hand's been right here the whole time.
So I was never asked to sign a girl's chest. I was asked to sign a prosthetic body part. So I think it was a leg. They took their leg off and they had me sign it.
And someone used to make you take pictures with a Jesus figurine.
Oh yeah, that was in Portland, but that wasn't signing whatever. So yeah, so I never had to sign any chests. No. Laura, can you read me a couple of those real quick? Oh no, I just hit my mic over. Hold on, guys.
Biggest pet peeve on the diamond.
Biggest pet peeve on the diamond. As a coach or a player, biggest pet peeve is probably just lack of hustle. When a player like really dogs it, so like biggest pet peeve is like when a hitter hits a ball and just jogs down the first base line and doesn't touch the first base bag. Oh my God, I'll go berserk. If one of my players does that, that's not good. You're going to get yelled at. If you're one of my players and you don't touch first base on a ball that you hit, I'm going to be very upset.
Player with the most intense mentality, like Jordan and Kobe.
In baseball,
I'm assuming.
Dustin Pedroia always struck me as someone that was very much like them, just like a killer attitude, chip on his shoulder, little guy that played to just rip your head off. No excuses. So that would be my player.
The Natural, Field of Dreams, or Moneyball?
The Natural, Field of Dreams, or Moneyball?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Field of Dreams. They're all great movies, but I would probably go Field of Dreams.
If you build it, they will come.
Whoa, Laura, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself, Laura.
Daniel Ben Cosme? I'm sorry.
Is that a super chat?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm sorry if we're butchering your last name.
We're not butchering it. You're butchering it.
You ever get yelled at while on the Padres?
Yeah, one time. One time I got yelled at. I'll tell you the story I got yelled at. I've already told this before on YouTube, but I'll tell it again just so I can relive some of my terrible memories. So we're playing against the Diamondbacks at the very end of spring training. We're playing at the actual Diamondback Stadium. And I'm playing third base, ninth inning. We're up by a couple. Justin Upton hits me a ground ball. I field the ball. I shuffle like twice or three times maybe. I throw to first. Routine play. He beats it out safe. I was like, holy hell, that guy is freaking fast. Like, I knew who Justin Upton was, but I didn't know he was that fast. He's a big, huge dude. But he can fly, especially when he's young. So anyways, that would have been 3 outs, and it wasn't 3 outs. And so the game continues, and we ended up winning. And I got on the team bus, and I'm sitting back there. And I remember two things about this. First, pitching coach comes back. I'm sitting down. He leans over onto my seat, puts his face like right here to me, and goes, "Don't ever effing," I can't say the word on here, "Don't ever effing do that again." And I said, that's what I said. And he walked away. And then, hold on, the second part was, I don't know if, so then Trevor Hoffman came down to where I was sitting. I don't know if he saw that or heard that. He probably heard that happen, and he was probably like, oh, the young rook getting lit into. So I remember he came over, very weird. I was very young. I mean, I'm very young at this point. He came over, took my headphone out of my ear, because I had headphones on. He said, "What song are you listening to?" And I said, what song was it? It was a rap song that was popular back then. Shoot, I can't remember. And I told him, and he said, "Nice." And he walked away. And I was like, what the hell is going on right now?
I was trying to make you feel better. That was nice.
He was. He was the nicest guy ever. We're looking at a little Adley Rushman.
No, we're not buying any more cards.
Adley Rushman.
Nope. What is the best
78.
Best recovery treatment has been asked like 50 times.
Best recovery treatment?
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. Matt likes muscle milk or Creatine.
What are you talking about?
I used to drink with some kind of
recovery
protein shake after you worked out.
I mean, I used to do a foam roll, a stretch, and then I would have a protein shake with a little bit of creatine. But that's personal advice. I don't know if I would give that to someone. But there's way more recovery techniques now than there ever was when I played. It depends what you're trying to recover from. Also, you mean lifting, weightlifting, or throwing, or 78.
Last month they
Hold on,
No,
Laura.
we're not buying cards.
I'm kidding.
Last month they canceled the 2020 Cape Cod League season. Have you ever gone back to see a...
They canceled the Cape Cod League season?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You didn't know that?
This
I knew
this
that.
season?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's terrible. I didn't hear that, guys. Sorry.
Jeez, Matt. Even
Sorry.
I know this.
I didn't know that. All right, continue.
Have you been back to see a game since you played there?
Yeah, I have been back to see a Cape Cod game. I watched Falmouth, the team I played for. They went to the championship game, and I watched them play. So great times. Cape Cod. I went down with D a couple years ago.
Oh, that's right.
Great time in the Cape Cod League. Terrific league. Great host family I had. The Downings. Thank you so much.
The players you were around or knew with the craziest work ethic.
The craziest work ethic.
You always said Adrian Gonzalez had a really good work ethic.
He did. The greatest work ethic? You know who I always thought had a really good work ethic, and this is just from watching him practice a little bit, was David Eckstein. I always thought he worked really hard in practice. Gonzalez had a good work ethic, yeah.
Landon Souza, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Landon.
Can we get another franchise season in the show?
Yeah, we can try to do that. Tell Laura to let me play video games more. Every time I go to play a video game, Laura flips out.
Oh my god, I will not have this conversation right now.
She does. She flips out.
Laura, do you let Matt out once a day on a leash during quarantine? You should demand double pay. Matt is free to do whatever he wants all the time. Don't let him fool you with his lies.
What did you just say? I am free to do whatever I want at any... What?
We're moving on. What is the fastest you have thrown?
I can't believe she said that. That's not true, but...
What's the fastest you've thrown?
The fastest I've thrown?
Yes.
I threw 91 in high school. That's the fastest I've ever had on a gun.
Who's the toughest pitcher you've ever faced?
Daniel Barr was one of the hardest I ever faced. Ubaldo Jimenez with the Rockies. Tim Lincecum. Those are probably the hardest pitchers I've ever faced.
How prevalent were analytics when you played, and how did it evolve throughout your career?
Not prevalent at all. They just weren't prevalent at all. We barely talked about analytics. There was no analytics.
Did you always play second base?
In the pros, I did mostly, and then I became a utility guy. But in the minor league, in college, I was a third baseman. I came in as a middle infielder, and I was a shortstop in high school. So I kind of played all over the place.
How do high school players get noticed from a college coach from a small baseball town?
Online, you got to make videos. You got to make a recruiting video, and you got to start emailing colleges. That's the best way to do it. $62, $68. What should we go for this Rushman card?
Growth spurt?
No, I just kind of consistently grew. I grew physically, like strength-wise, a lot. Probably around my junior year of high school.
How to increase throwing velocity?
Throwing velocity. So, Laura, you're the worst at picking questions. I think I've already answered this one a bunch tonight, but
sorry.
that's okay. I'll answer this one again. Throwing velocity depends a lot on arm action. It depends on a little bit on strength, just total, explosiveness. So there's no one easy way. It depends on what your issue is. Everyone's issues are different. So it could be a strength issue. It could be a arm action issue. Mechanics issue. So it's really tough to say without really seeing it.
Jose Grulon, thank you for the super chat. Did you ever get to play baseball in the Dominican Republic or Japan?
I did not. I never got to. I was going to play. They were going to send me down to Venezuela, I think, or something one year, and I never got to go because I was injured.
I could only imagine your reaction when you saw Lincecum throwing stance.
Yeah, he was filthy. He was unbelievable. Anything else, Laura?
Darren LaCour said,
I don't think you're getting any of these super chats.
I'm just getting the new one now.
Well, I got two of them. You're a little bit behind here, Laura.
I already got one of
Guys,
them.
I'm going to take my job back from Laura because
Ben Holmes, thank you for the super chat. What was the
Thank you, Ben.
stressful inning outing you've played through? Were you able to block out mental stuff easily on the field?
Probably not. I wasn't the greatest at doing that. I used to get really upset, really peed off, and then I would not want to play baseball anymore. So, toughest inning I ever had was definitely in college. I made 2 errors in a game, and I probably could have made it probably should have been a third error, but they gave him a hit. It was always defensively. Offensively, I could bounce back quick. Defensively is what really, really was tough for me sometimes.
Jorge Menendez, thank you for the super chat. When do you think Miami will win another World Series?
That's a really hard question. Not anytime soon. They're still in rebuilding mode for a while, I think. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be a while. I don't know how much they want to spend. It's going to depend on when they finally want to spend some money, and they're going to probably rebuild for a while, and then eventually they're gonna spend some money. Eventually, I would think, but when that happens will be the question.
Who is your favorite Seager brother?
So I actually know Kyle a little bit. We were represented by the same agent, so I've been out to, I've gone out to eat with him and stuff, and I've played against them. So I don't know Corey. I just remember Kyle used to say, my brother's going to be really good, probably going to be better than me. That's all I remember him saying. But so I don't know Corey, though.
At what age do you start throwing curveballs? You're trying to teach our 5-year-old.
No, I think you start focusing on a curveball when you feel like you've got the fastball. You're never going to have the fastball down, but fastball command comes first. Then you can start working on your off speed. What age? I don't know. We have our young kids throw curveballs if they throw them properly. We have our 11 and 12. Some of them throw curveballs. They throw it the right way. If they don't throw it the right way, then they don't throw it. So, yeah, I don't know if that helps. Hopefully that helps.
Peter Starzinski, thank you for the super pat.
The super pat? Thank you for the super pat. You gave her a super pat, Peter. Thanks so much for that super pat.
What's video game Matt's warm-up bench press weight? Struggled on that one.
Video game Matt, there's no weight that he can't lift.
Oh. Laura, of all the places Matt played, what was your favorite to visit? California. Definitely California. Although I really liked Portland, Oregon a lot more than I thought I would. But definitely Southern California. You can't beat it there. Daniel, thank you again for the super chat.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for the super chat.
Last one. Worst teammate ever in the pros.
I don't know if I can say that.
No, you can.
I'll say this. I didn't have any bad teammates. Honestly, I didn't have any bad teammates. Laura's looking at me like I did, but I would say the only teammate that gave me trouble, gave me issues, was literally Greg Maddox. But he gave everyone issues because he was like a big prankster. So he wanted to do pranks on everybody. And so he did pranks on everybody. Like he just... hold on, guys. 1 second. So he would do pranks, like I told you guys, he would spit his dip all over my shoe, and he would do those type of things.
Laura, where do the wives sit during the games? So a lot of times in the minor league stadiums, they'd have a box for like the girlfriends or the wives to all sit in. And when you would go get your tickets at will call, they would tell you what box to go in, and all the girls would be in there to watch the game, as long as there was an empty box that night.
Interesting, Laura. Very interesting.
Laura, when was the last time Matt cried? Probably tonight at dinner because he didn't have enough carbohydrates.
Good one. Laura always says, "Oh, you don't show any emotion. No emotion."
What kind of catering would the wives and minor league players get? There was no catering in the box. It was just they let us use the box to sit in. They didn't actually put stuff.
No food for you. We got food, but Laura...
I mean, we would go to just the regular snack bar or whatever and get our own stuff to eat, but... Let's see.
Is a Shohei Ohtani card worth getting?
No, it is not.
Like, I don't know.
What is your opinion of this year's draft only being 5 rounds?
So, how old is Shohei Ohtani? How old is Shohei Ohtani?
Shohei Ohtani.
He's 25. He's coming off... yeah, it's interesting, Shohei, because he... It's interesting, Shohei, because... Yeah, I'm not going after Shohei. Is he a pitcher? Is he a hitter? He's going to try to do both. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Have you ever been in the cage with Anthony Rendon?
Anthony Rendon, she says.
Is that a joke?
Anthony Rendon.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't. I've never played with him. Oh, he was with the he got drafted by Nationals when I was with the Nationals, but I was gone by the time he, got up to the level that I was at. So,
will anyone ever forgive the Astros?
I think people are always going to remember 2017. I don't know if they're ever going to forgive. Do you think anyone's going to forgive? Do you think they're ever going to forgive, Laura?
No. The funniest line a coach has ever said in pro ball.
Funniest line? Oh my God. Coach used to say so much funny stuff, especially in the minor leagues. But I'm trying to think of a specific thing that they said. God, I don't know. It's a great question, but I'm not 100% sure. So I like when Laura asks the questions because if it's something, she's really making me think. Usually if I don't know the answer, if I'm not sure, I don't even ask, I won't read the question, but she's just reading anything, so.
What do you want out of a catcher?
What do I want out of a catcher? It's a great question. I need someone that's going to be a leader, someone that's going to be not super vocal, but they're going to need to be a little bit vocal. Going to have to be one of your hardest workers, going to have good body language, going to have to, everyone's looking at him every play. So I need I need a tough, freaking tough as nails dude. And then from a skill set, someone that can receive the ball really well, number one. Someone that can, that's the number one thing, receiving number one. And then I would like someone that can block. Throwing would be third. If he doesn't have a great arm, that's okay. Obviously, I'd like him to have an arm, but if he doesn't and he can do the other things, then that's okay. I'll be able to deal with it. So,
Josh Davis, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thanks, Josh.
Would you rather have a batter hit 300 with less power or someone who hits 240 with 40 home runs?
How many home runs is the 300 guy going to hit?
Less power, so less than 40.
39?
Well, maybe say half. So say 20 maybe.
It really depends. So I'm assuming the guy hitting 240 is going to hit a lot more doubles too than the guy hitting 300. So I'm going to take the guy that can slug. Also, what's his on-base percentage? So 240, does he get on base at all? Batting average can be overrated a little bit depending on what he gets, how much he gets on base. If the guy hitting 300 hits 300, but he's got a 320 on-base percentage, I don't really need him. If the 240 guy is getting on base at, maybe he's getting on base almost as much as the other guy. So I'll take the power.
Jose.
Yeah, if it's 300 if it's a 300 hitter with 20 homers and he gets on base in decent amount, I would take him. But
Jose, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on baseball opening competition in Europe?
Say that again?
Your thoughts on baseball opening competition in Europe? Are they supposed to play in Europe?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Baseball is supposed to be playing in Europe? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to that. I think that Europe's interesting. I'm sure I don't know. When I think of baseball, I don't think of Europe that much, but I have to look that up and do some research because I'm not 100% sure.
What's a good pop time for a high school player?
Good pop time for a high school player? I would say if you throw a 2-0, like a legitimate around a 2-0, 2-0-ish, then you've got a chance to be like a Division I college catcher. And so, if you're around the 2-0, 2-1 in high school, that's really, really good. I think we got a super chat, Laura.
You do. Landon Sousa, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Landon.
F1, marry one, kill one.
Oh my God, is this allowed on here?
That's why I didn't answer right away.
I don't know if we should do this one. This one might not be allowed on here.
Yeah, that's...
Who are the people he put?
He put Bonds, Griffey Jr., and Trout.
Oh my God. Bonds, Griffey, or Trout? Well, let's talk about this in a different way. Griffey's probably my favorite player out of all those. Trout's amazing, and Bonds is amazing. Griffey was probably my favorite player just from being just cool. Bonds was the best player out of all of them, although Mike Trout is amazing, but Bonds, I think, is the greatest player. He might be the greatest hitter ever. I can't answer your question, but...
Stop bench release.
Who?
Is that the same question for those three?
Who said that?
Juan.
Oh, Juan?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Let me think about it for a minute. Start, bench, release. Well, I'm keeping Bonds no matter what. So Bonds I'm keeping. Oh my God. That's really hard. All three of those are ridiculous.
Kevin Green keeps asking.
Hold on, I'm still thinking about that.
I think Matt is cute.
I'm still thinking about that last one.
Well, I married him, so I think he's pretty cute.
I hope so. Wow, I've been going for 86 minutes, guys. Let's do another like couple of minutes.
Matt, did you actually read the books behind you, or are they just decorations? Good question. I would actually like to know the answer to that too.
I actually already answered that if you were here, like everyone else for a while. But I've read every single one of those books back there, I believe. I mean, maybe one's hidden in there that I didn't read, but I actually have another bookshelf over there completely filled with books.
Yeah, we have two of them.
So. Favorite
teammate you ever played with?
It's a really hard question. I had so many, great teammates. Who would you say is my favorite player? I'm thinking. Well, I had so many. Like
pro ball, I'd probably say Wade.
So Wade LeBlanc was my roommate for a bunch of years. I really like Wade. I liked everybody. Like I really like Will Venable. Really like Chet Huffman. Really like everyone. I don't want to start naming people because when I think about all my friends, I think about like I really like playing with Nick Hundley. If I don't say someone, it's like, oh, you didn't like playing with them. No, I like playing with everybody.
Big Dom.
But it's a lot of the guys that I played with a lot, like my minor league guys. Actually, a lot of them ended up getting to the major leagues. We all got there together, but.
Big Dom Stud, thanks for the super chat.
Thanks, Big Dom Stud.
Is there an opioid problem in baseball?
I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know if things have changed, but when I would play baseball, I didn't see any opiates.
Who's a better spy, Lara or Jason Bourne? Oh,
Lara.
Lara by a long shot.
Not even close.
Brad Phillips, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Brad.
Best baseball autobiography or in general books?
Best baseball books? So, let me see what I have back here. I have so many baseball books back here. I'm looking at some autobiographies or biographies or... So I have the Yankee years with Joe Torre, about Joe Torre. That was a good book. I have... I can't read them. A lot of football books back here. I have Moneyball back here. I have a lot of football books back here, though. I don't have a lot of, like...
You have a lot of investing books.
I do, but I have a lot of books that are on, like, general managers and stuff. Like, I have a Theo Epstein book. I have all these books on...
The Art of Fielding.
Big Data Baseball. Where's The Art of Fielding?
Do you have that? No, they said The Art of Fielding is great baseball fiction.
Oh, I don't think I have The Art of Fielding.
Laura, how fat has Matt gotten through the quarantine? Matt is the only human in the world that does not gain weight. He will have the worst diet ever, and he will grow an ab. It's kind of ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So I think he's actually lost weight during the quarantine.
It's not ridiculous. It's awesome.
Let's see. Is the big unit an all-time great?
Oh, yeah. Big unit's nasty. Big unit was unhittable.
When sending in my recruiting video, do I send it to the head coach or the recruiting coordinator?
Depends on what college you're looking at. If it's a D1 school, you're probably going to send it to the recruiting coordinator, but I got an easy solution. Just send it to all of them. Just put you can even put it to the head coach and then CC all the other coaches. That way somebody gets it.
When you left the MLB, did you ever think of playing in Japan?
No, they didn't want me. It's not when you leave the MLB, it's not like they'll just take anyone. You know, I was a broken down, hurt player that didn't play a lot in the major leagues, so they usually want power hitters too. And they want guys they can only take a certain amount of Americans, so they want guys that, you know, people in Japan have heard of. If I ever went over there, they'd be like, who the hell is this stiff? Never heard of this guy before.
Would you say that you played your best during your career, or would you say that you could have played better?
Oh, without a doubt, played better. There were certain years where I played amazing. 2007, I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? I'm like, am I the greatest player of all time? 2008, I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? Am I like the worst player of all time?
I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up. Laura, do you know about the sugary cereal Matt hides secretly? It would be Lucky Charms, and Matt hasn't got
It would actually be Lucky Charms, not Lucky Charms. I've never heard of Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
It would be Lucky Charms. What are Lucky Charms? It'd be Lucky Charms.
And Matt hasn't had those in a couple months because he hasn't been allowed out of the house.
Laura doesn't let me have Lucky Charms. You know what happens?
It's not that I don't let Matt have them. It's that if I buy them, my kids will eat them for every meal until they're gone.
I'm the only person, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But I feel like I'm the only person that can't, like, I want to eat something and Laura's like, nope, can't get it. Can't, like, I'm like the little kid. I'm in the grocery store and I'm like, ooh, Lucky Charms. I'll grab the Lucky Charms and I'll come running. I'm running to the shopping carriage, and then like I go to throw it in there and I get clotheslined by Laura. My Lucky Charms go flying and she's like, she gives me the Dikembe Mutombo. She's like, no Lucky Charms for you.
Because if I take Matt to the grocery store with me, he will literally put ice cream, cookies. The whole thing is just any junk food you can get through the whole store. He fills the carriage. He's like bringing a child to this. Like,
who
he's
cares?
worse than my kids.
I'm a 35-year-old man. I should be able to eat what I want. If I want to eat crap, I should be able to eat crap. There's nothing. You can't tell me what to eat. But she does.
Because then my kids will only want to eat that stuff.
Then she gives me this excuse. She goes,
and then he'll like put it in front
stop
of the
it. It's my YouTube channel. She'll say, well, if you get that, the kids are going to want to eat it.
But they do.
We're the parents. Why?
No.
If I listen to me.
You have 5 seconds.
I need suggestion. Do you know that when I go to eat food, I'll go and have an Oreo cookie, right? And I'll grab an Oreo cookie and I'll eat it. And she'll go, unbelievable. Now the kids need to eat the Oreo cookies. And I'll say, why do the kids need to eat the Oreo cookies? Because you just had one.
No.
And I'm a parent.
Lies.
If I want to eat an Oreo cookie, I'll damn well have an Oreo cookie. And if my son says, I want an Oreo cookie, and I want to say, no, son, you have your Oreo cookie for dessert, not in the middle of the day.
You can't do that.
Yes, you can. I'm the dad.
No, because I'll be making supper and Matt will go and like sneak a cookie and he's
When did this become parenting tips on YouTube?
He's so obvious about it. And then my son will be like, can I have one? And Matt's like, no. And I'm like, that's not fair. You can't eat one in front of him and not give him one.
RC from the NYC, thank you so much for my $5 for Lucky Charms. I really appreciate that. But I'm not going to be able to get it. So you just donated $5 to Laura's organic, freaking sugarless cereal that tastes like freaking toilet paper. So...
that is not true.
But when I'm eating the toilet paper cereal, RC from the NYC, I'll be thinking of you. Thank you so much. I love that toilet paper cereal. No sugar, no preservatives.
That is
fully
not
organic.
True. You really like those cereals.
Huh?
You like the cereal I get.
I want Lucky Charms.
I can't get Lucky Charms. We're in a pandemic. Let the man eat. Big Dumb, you have no idea. Matt eats better than anyone I know.
I eat better than anyone you know?
Yes. Marriage counseling on YouTube. Let's see.
Marriage counseling on YouTube.
Matt talking like he's going to say no to his son in regards to a cookie. But he does say no to him, and that's what's not fair.
I give him everything he wants.
I give him everything he wants. Kevin Hagler, thank you for the super chat. Can you do your best Peter Griffin impression?
I haven't seen Family Guy in so long. Hold on. Hold on one second, guys.
Make Matt go vegan. Matt could never go vegan. Matt needs meat at lunch and dinner every single day. Or he gets really mad at me.
You know, Laura,
if he doesn't have meat and carbs.
All Laura does is cook chicken. Every day I go, so what's for dinner
That's
tonight? Chicken or chicken?
That's not true. But Matt's weird. Matt doesn't eat anything but chicken. He doesn't like...
What's for dinner tonight, Laura? Chicken?
Tacos. He doesn't like
or
seafood.
Chicken?
What do you want? You don't eat anything else.
I'm looking up Peter Griffin real quick. No, it's never fried.
Don't let him fool you. He only likes chicken.
Doing your wife. Don't say doing your wife. Doing you.
Matt is the only person in the world that thinks he deserves 3 meals a day.
Sweetheart.
An arcade-style Gallagher machine. Thank you, Peter.
Lois, I'm going to ask you this only once. Do you or do you not know about the bird?
Oh, this is a great show.
CH Sports, thank you so much for the
CH
super
Sports,
chat.
thank you for the what? Laura can't talk for the super twerk.
Super chat.
For the super chat, she
'Cause
can't
I was
talk.
gonna say something to you at the same time. I think you can do that one. Do you want to read it or me?
I'll read it. Thank you so much for the super chat, CH Sports. Did you ever play basketball growing up? Who's your favorite basketball player of all time and current? Have you been watching Last Dance? Thanks. I did play basketball growing up. I couldn't play in high school because I played hockey in high school, but I played basketball during high school, just not for my high school team. I played for like my church league or something like that. Okay, now the question was, I have been watching The Last Dance. Michael Jordan's amazing. My favorite player of all time, I mean, after I watch The Last Dance, I feel like I want to say Michael Jordan, but that would be a lie because when I was growing up, when I really got into basketball, I don't remember how old I was, but I was too young to really remember like the great Michael Jordan. I remember him more like towards the end of his career. So if I had to say my favorite player of all time, probably Kevin Garnett. Yeah, Kevin Garnett. Favorite player of all time.
Did you watch SportsCenter every morning before school?
Every morning before school, SportsCenter, yeah. You want to hear how weird I was? When I was young, this is weird. I never told Laura this. I would write down all the scores. This is back when you couldn't get scores. Like, when I was a little kid, there was no internet, right? Like, you couldn't get scores on the internet or anything. The only way you got scores was the newspaper or watching SportsCenter. So for some reason, I don't know why I did this, I would wake up and I would go watch SportsCenter and I have a little notepad and I would write down the scores to every game on the notepad so that I wouldn't have all the scores. Why I needed those scores, I don't know. Why I didn't just grab a newspaper, I don't know.
You're a weird kid.
I was a weird kid. I also had this great idea when I was young. My uncle, I never told Laura the story either. My uncle gave me like all these pads of paper for some reason. I don't know why, but he gave us like a bunch of pads of paper, probably for school or something. And I made like 8,000 paper airplanes with them. And it was my idea that I was going to open a paper airplane store and sell the paper airplanes to everybody. I literally folded like 8,000 paper airplanes. And I was like, these are going to be awesome. People are going to buy them. And no one bought them.
Poor kid. Matt also had a comb over.
I did. I had a comb over. I had this really big comb over in high school. Not high school, in middle school. In elementary school, my mom used to always comb my hair over. I wouldn't talk, Laura. You comb our son's hair over. But anyways.
Maddie has a cool hairdo.
I used to have a comb over. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, and I remember one day, my mom, for some reason, used to put like hairspray in it. And it would make it like hard as a rock. And I remember in 7th grade, I remember one kid touching it. making fun of it, being like, why do you put hairspray or hair gel in your hair like that? And I remember I was really embarrassed. All the kids in class were like looking at me. And I remember I wanted to beat the hell out of that kid. I didn't though. So I probably went home and took like 5,000 swings in my basement. It was like, my normal thing was like, well, I might have stupid hair, but I'm going to be better at baseball than you are.
Thoughts on bowl cuts, and have you ever had one?
Never had a bowl cut, no.
I had a bowl cut. When I was little, my mom gave me a bowl
Excuse
cut.
me? Laura did have a bowl cut.
When I was
if
3.
you see, yeah, Laura was a scary looking kid.
Thank you so much.
She had a bowl cut. She looked like Harry Dunn. If you don't know what she looked like Harry Dunn / Lloyd Christmas, a little bit of both. It's 8:52. We were going to play Red Dead Redemption tonight, and we never got to play it because maybe I'll play at 11 o'clock. I'm going to go play a little Red Dead Redemption because I'm like, I don't know why, I'm all juiced up. I'm ready to go after this chat right here. I wonder if anyone's up to go Red Dead. If you guys want to watch me play Red Dead Redemption a little bit, anyone watch Twitch, I'm going to go over and play Red Dead Redemption 2 on our Twitch channel and bicker with Laura for a little bit. You got to go to our Twitch channel. What's our Twitch channel? Twitch.tv/Antonelli Baseball. If you don't like Red Dead Redemption 2, you don't know what it is, go check it out. It's fun, actually. I go around, I just beat up a bunch of people. Landon Souza, thank you so much. We're going to stay on for one more minute. We've been on for a long time. Play Laura and rock, paper, scissors. Ready, Laura? Put your hand right here. There's Laura's hand. This is what most of our days look like. Darn you, man. That's most of our days. Oh, yeah, it's usually the middle finger, but okay. All right, ready?
Go.
Let me think what you're going to throw.
Oh, stop it. Just go.
I know what you're going to throw.
You think so?
Yep. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Done. Da, da, da.